everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Global Campfire of Coaching. This is an ongoing global discussion where we come together and we take a step back and just kind of figure out how to inspire each other, how to share resources with each other, and how to just really show up with each other and build a community that will support us in going forward. And today I have somebody who inspires me very much, somebody who's very artistically talented, somebody who has an amazing family who I've had the honor and the pleasure of meeting. And I'm going to just read out what your vision is here. You made it really easy for people like me to find out something about you because your LinkedIn profile is really well done. Your vision is to be rooted in excellence in our impact and experience to transform lives. And just one more thing. The way you want to do that, like what it is that you're doing in order to achieve that, is you're engaging a community of mindful executives, progressive schools, professionals, and teens who have the social, emotional skill to lead this and future generations. Wow. Welcome, Cherise Myers. Very glad to have you.
On that one too, Fabian, right? And let me say that in these times, I have even released myself from that, right? So with that breath, that sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot of pressure. And now is the time to kind of release ourselves from even that. So,
all
yes,
right.
That is definitely my vision. And my vision is future focused, but assuring that I am present and here in the right now. I give myself permission, and I want to say, with great love, all of you permission too, to just breathe through this thing right now. Yeah.
Just breathe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's back up a second. Let's go back to the marvelous world of yesteryear, which, it feels ages ago, but like 4 to 6 weeks ago. What were you doing on a day-to-day basis? What were kind of your plans, your designs, your projects to make that vision come to life?
Sure. So I worked in these dual universes, right? I have what everybody would consider to be a day job, which affords me a wonderful opportunity to work with 70,000 people. I don't know, for a coach, a better playground in which to play, right? Because with 70,000 people, there's 70,000 personalities, there's 70,000 possibilities, there's 70,000 maybe visions, there are 70,000 purposes. And somehow, of course, in my role, which is not just as a coach, I work with a team called People in Business Transformation. So to figure out how in this huge place, how do we connect all of those different visions to the vision, right? Which is to move over 8 million people in the world. Specifically, New York City, we think that we're the center of the world, right? And right now, somehow we have managed to be.
Center of attention, for sure, yeah.
Right. Maybe not so much in the most optimistic way, but yeah, so to move the world.
Yeah. And so just to be clear, for people who kind of didn't pick up on that universe that you're talking about, you're working for the MTA, which for people not in the know is the organization that keeps New York running. Because if we didn't have the MTA, there would be even more cars, there would be even more traffic jams. The public transport is basically what you're doing. You're getting people from A to B since, 120 years, something like that? The New York subway is super old.
Yes, it's super old, the subway branch, but we also have the buses branch. We also have the Long Island Railroad branch. We also have the Metro North branch. So moving not just New York City, but New York City and the surrounding areas. And all those folks right now are considered essential workers by the governor. So this has not been an easy time. We've lost a lot of employees. So a great part of what I'm doing now is just staying connected with the people who are in operations and keeping them inspired. I also run with some other amazing ladies, a women's group called Empowering Women in Transit with that organization. And we've been utilizing that branch of the work that I have an opportunity to contribute in that organization to really keep people motivated and inspired. I started something called Motivational Mondays, and in that, just a message to everybody opens up the door for people to share whatever is going on with them. But we started with positive momentum. Sometimes I'll send a message over the last few weeks just for people to breathe. Yesterday's message was connected to a VIA character assessment. I don't know if you know this one, but they're offering it, as many organizations are offering things right now, for free. And it provides people with an opportunity to take this assessment and get connected to what their strengths are, right? And specifically their strengths in their character, right? Away from just the skills and more connected to who we genuinely, authentically are, right? We had this moment in Erickson about authenticity where we shared this picture, and there was the lion facing the kitty cat.
Yes. I love that one.
Right?
Yes.
It is so important to get rooted in who you authentically are. I'm from New York City. You won't thrive here without some kind of a roar to you. We've had many conversations about that particular picture because I consider some people who know me really well, my authentic self. And when I was in college, I joined a sorority, and we call it Pledge the Sorority. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Let me just go ahead and give that shout out right now. Right? Our big sisters, or the people who were helping us through this process, named me Tender Heart. And that is me. That is me. So although the big personality part of me is often what people see, when you get to know me, I'm the kitty cat. So of course I share resource with them for them to explore that, right? And more importantly, we are having or launching conversations about how do you bring that authentic part of you to every space that you're in. Then I have launched something, and we were doing it all last year, right? I'm a certified coach through International Coach Federation. Let me give that shout out while we're at it. And I got all of my learning through Erickson College, and I've had an opportunity to launch Myers Management and Leadership Consulting. So in this, we created something called the Conversation Challenge. We meet monthly. And in this monthly meeting, the conversation is all around the different areas of life where we have opportunities to develop. In coach world, we call it the wheel of life, right? And so we're having these conversations, but the talk is not enough, obviously, especially for someone who's a coach. So it's the conversation challenge, but the challenge part is how do you bring these elements to life, right? How do you step all the way into your purpose and live your life? And we have been having wonderful time meeting monthly in small groups to have these conversations, and more importantly, to keep holding each other accountable month to month to show up. And the results of that, I'll just take one person in particular because I know that she won't mind me mentioning her name and telling her business. So Nicole, last year, January, joins in on the Conversation Challenge. She too has a day job, but is super creative. And she joins in January with all these can'ts. Oh, okay, yeah, I think that I can. I can't. I don't know. And it was all centered around her poetry. By December of 2019, she had not only did poetry, but wrote a play, produced a play. It was
Wow.
just amazing watching her from month to month step into living her life. So,
Challenge accepted.
yeah, yeah, the conversation challenge is a love.
Is
It's a
a
tender. Sorry
yeah,
that we share nickname,
a matter of the
right?
heart. Yeah. You normally meet in downtown Manhattan, right? How are you connecting right
Correct.
now?
So last month, for the people who were registered, we needed to connect to going into a virtual space, right? So I, like many other small companies, I'm offering stuff for free now too. So this month, actually, we're going to be meeting on Friday, and we are going to go for 1 hour first live on Instagram. My Instagram account, I have two. I have one for the conversation challenge, and I have one for myself. Cherise New York, CherisENY, shameless plug right
Yeah, we'll put that in the show notes. Don't worry. We'll put the link up so people can find it.
now. So please, for the 1 hour that we're going to be live, I invite you to join us. We've got like a little list of things that I'm asking everyone to bring. Like these are kind of usually the things that I bring when we're meeting live.
Mm.
So I'm asking you to bring a candle, your favorite scent. I am asking you to bring a face mask because at the end we're actually gonna do some self-care stuff. That's what we do. I
And
am
so
asking
face mask in not the one that not the N95 that people are
Oh
wearing
my
on the
God.
street.
Let me be clear, right? In these
Just
days, not
context.
like play masks or
uh,
like
yeah.
a,
So the
a
wellness kind of face
oh,
mask.
yeah, face mask for refreshing your face.
Gotcha.
It's self care. I'm asking everyone to bring like a vessel, technically, and some water. We're gonna participate in kind of a ceremonial kind of thing, right? To recommit ourselves to moving forward. This thing can kind of get us a little stuck. And in this session on Friday, that's all about self care. I'm really looking to share some things and have people share some things as well so that we can get connected to, treating ourselves really, really good in this time. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's kind of where I want to go next, because when you say you want to help people show up authentically, right? And you help them find out who they really are so they can kind of step into their identity. And I'm really curious how you're adapting your approach right now, whether you even need to adapt it in these times where people are saying, I don't want to know how to live my life right now. I just want to survive. I just want to get to next month, basically. How do you, as a coach, support those people?
So that's really interesting because for the group that I've been working with now, that was like our 2019 model. So it's not difficult. But as other people join in, it's really asking the right questions to help people shift the focus, right? Inside of us, yes, this brain is really tricky. And this is definitely a time where we could get stuck in fight or flight mode, which is all about survival, right? But what our focus was in 2019, and then obviously where we want to loop that over now into 2020 is how do you get out of survival mode and into thrive mode? We don't want to allow the trauma of today or the trauma of the past to be the ruling decision maker in our life. We'll get stuck, like the hamster on the wheel going around in circles and circles. But the incredible thing about this is that the same challenges will continue to show up until you jump off that wheel and put some things in place so that you can start to thrive. Let's get beyond surviving to thriving. Like that was our motto. It still is our motto. I didn't know that it was going to be so important for us to stay in that mode. And admittedly, as I'm talking to the people who are in the group, we have been Corona, Lord, everything Corona here in New York City. Let me don't dismiss this, right? Because I am talking with people who are having multiple family members who are dying. The mother and the father is dying. The mother and the sister, the father and the son. They're losing multiple people. But when I talk about how you flip the focus, I also have a sorority sister, and I'm gonna make sure that I repost this thing from April Kirby. Thank you for sharing that with me. She works in a hospital, and this hospital put up just a handwritten, one of the erasable boards that said 400 people released. So they survived COVID, right? The news is not going to publicize this for us. I understand that for them, the sensationalism of it all sells whatever they want to sell. We as coaches, we as leaders, we as people who are, connected to serving, really do have this accountability thing to help, to lead in shifting the focus. So I saw that sign and I was just like, yes, that's it. There are so many more people who are surviving this thing, and I get it. If it touches you personally, then yes, I'm praying with you. You personally, you gotta keep that brain focused in not survival mode, but in thriving mode. Or else when this thing is over, people are going to come out of this thing. And some people, I'm telling you, are really going to thrive. I think specifically of this DJ right now. And really, this was just this dude stepping into his purpose. He's a DJ from, my days, old school.
Nice.
The guy's name is DJ D Nice. And it is him. He has one purpose. He loves music. He's a DJ. And so what can he contribute to the world? I'm going to DJ. I'm going to just post it up live on Instagram, and we're going to have a nighttime COVID party. And I'm telling you, I was here in the living room like, oh my Lord, this music is so good. And so for that hour, Instagram cuts you off after an hour. You usually sign back on, but for that time frame, right? There he is, just contributing to the world, contributing for no charge, just contributing what is his thing. His thing is to DJ and to host parties. So what the challenge is all about is, what's your thing? What's your thing? What is it in this time, even in this time, that you can contribute to the world? So like, I'm loving this thing, right? You just stepped up and you were like, okay, Campfire is all about what we're going to do in this COVID time. I'm like, yes, don't worry about it being perfect. So what is your thing? So why get connected with a coach? Why do this whole thing? Because this is all about you absolutely living your life's purpose. And what is it that you're supposed to contribute to the world? And nobody else can do it. Nobody else can do it. Nobody else has gone through exactly what you've gone through and can be connected to exactly the same people who you're connected to and contribute this thing. So this guy figured out how to contribute his thing. And that's what this is really about. If we talk about how we get beyond just surviving to next month, is just take a chance, step out there. I promise you, you won't regret it. Everybody's home anyway, so don't worry. Even if you mess up, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're glad to see you.
And when you say
Thank
take a
you.
chance, step outside, I just want to make clear you don't mean leaving the house. You mean metaphorically
No,
stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Please stay home.
Yes.
Please stay home. When I say get out and challenge yourself to get out, I mean get out of your shell. I mean, get out of the space of fear. I mean, challenge yourself to get the authentic you out there in the world and consider this as an opportunity for you to do what it is that you're supposed to do.
I love what you were saying before I interrupted you, which was saying, if you make mistakes, that's fine. Right now is a perfect opportunity to get started with something and fail forward, because everybody's figuring out something new right now. Everybody's in the headspace of, you're not perfect. It's okay. You're trying something, you're doing something, and that's cool. So if you ever wanted to start something, now is a great opportunity, because people are kind of yearning for that human connection, for that authenticity. You see late night hosts doing their shows from home. The dog is jumping on the lap while he's doing the monologue or whatever. Stuff's just a lot more relatable right now. So yeah, whatever it is that you feel called for, just try it out right now and see what happens.
Yes, just take one micro step. Just take the first step and just do it. Just please share with us whatever this gift is that you're supposed to be sharing. I don't want to push you around. New Yorkers have a tag of being mean and pushy. It's not true, first of all. But I do want to challenge you so I can see it, so I can experience it. You got a captive audience right now. And the perfect vehicle is this thing, social media and YouTube, and we've got all these things to play around with now. And I really do want us to consider it just like that, right? It's just an opportunity to play in a different way right now. That's the opportunity that comes in all of this. Yeah, so what if you messed it up? It's okay. There's going to be some other people messing up too, I guarantee that.
And you still learn something.
Yes. Big time learn something. Yes.
All right. What's the final message you want to leave people with today?
I really am thinking that this is a time for birthing, for generating what we are looking to do, to be, to experience as we move forward, right? I want to call it, think about how you can take the time now to birth your after COVID life. That's it. I agreed to do this interview with you because I think that's the message that, I think we both agree on that message too.
Yeah, sure.
I love talking to you anyway. So whether we can
I'll right back at
not,
you. Yeah.
All day, but we're going to keep it to the short
time. Yes. Thank you. I miss New York. I really do. I mean, I'm glad I'm where I am right now, but we really miss New York. The spirit, the people. It's just such a magical place. Don't let anybody tell you different. It takes something special to thrive in New York, and yeah, I have no doubt that the city will come out of this, like it always does, with renewed energy and with renewed kind of sense of community, and just with so many wonderful things just waiting to happen. And
yeah,
I know you'll be part of that.
And I definitely, I believe in the citizens of this city. I am probably, I'm sure I'm not alone in this, but I'm excited to see what is birthed from this. And I think it's going to be, I know it's going to be even better than it was before. There are going to be different considerations now, and people are going to move more mindfully now, and things like health and taking a break, and I think all those things will just be considered, right? It is a city where the heartbeat and the pulse can be overwhelming. And what I think one of the things that will be birthed from this is that people will also understand the importance of just slowing down. just taking an opportunity to just be.
Yeah. All right. So let's close with that. Cherise, thank you so
Okay.
much for being here, for getting your message out to people, for inviting them to join your conversation challenge. Like I said, we're going to put the link in the description. And now you have the opportunity to work with people even beyond New York. So maybe there'll be some wonderful connections happening there that cross oceans. Stay safe, please, 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 and take care of yourself and your family. Say
Yes,
hi to
yes,
everybody. Big kisses all around.
I
And
will.
can't wait to talk to you again.
Yeah, same here. Love you, Fabian.